Hey everybody, and welcome back to a This Modern Day tutorial. I know that I have been MIA for a little over a year. I apologize for that. Those of you that have still been subscribing, watching my videos and everything, I am incredibly grateful for that. I've had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, and I unfortunately had to take a break. I am working on trying to get back. So today we're going to just do something quick, simple, and easy. I'm going to show you guys how to make a nut that would go on like a bolt using boxcutter, meshmachine, and machine tool. It's super easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add in a cube here. We're going to scale it down to something like this. We're going to press Ctrl A and apply scale. Then we're going to go into edge select mode. And here you've got a couple of options. You can actually hold Ctrl Shift Alt and click on this and it will select all of these edges. Another super easy way to do it is to click this edge, hit Shift G, and then go direction. That'll select all these. Then we're going to hit Ctrl B, just like this. Perfect. Then we're going to select this edge holding Alt and click, hold Shift while still holding Alt and click here. Ctrl B. We're going to add a little bit of a chamfer here, just like this. Then what we want to do is select this edge, and this edge. Here. Oh, not that one. That one. There we go. Press Shift G again. This time we're going to do length. I'm going to select all of these. Like that. And you're going to hit Control B. You're going to add a little bit of a bevel to this. Add back into object mode. So what you're going to have so far, we're going to go ahead and press Q, hold Control and Shift, and click Sharpen. It's going to resharp the shading and sort that. Perfect. Hit D, pop down view, hit Alt W to switch to box cutter, hit D to bring up the cut menu. Then from here, we're going to go ahead and select the circle so that it has 64, and then click back out. Hold down Control, bring up the grid. If it doesn't for any reason, you do have the grid and snapping up here. You can just click here, and when you hold Control, the grid will come up. This is just going to make sure that it's in the center, this, and then you can let go of Control to get the thickness that you want. Let go. And then hit tab, move the mouse a little bit, and then we're going to go down. The other option that you have if you're there is you can just double click and it'll laser cut through. Perfect. So we have this. Now what we want to do is hit Q, go down to Mesh Tools, and Smart Apply. Now once we go back into Edge Select mode, you're going to see that we have these faces here. That's going to make it a little bit of a pain to actually inset this to get it to do exactly what we want. So what we want to do is go into edge mode, alt click, and if it's split like this, you may have to go ahead and alt click while holding shift over here. Then you want to hit Y. Y is going to bring up meshmachine. You're going to want to use offset cut, but you're going to want to make sure that you have resample turned off. That's going to make sure that these verts line up. It doesn't add any extra verts or anything like that, because in this particular instance, it can mess with our chamfer. So then we'll hit Control B. And we're gonna scroll the mouse wheel down until we get a nice chamfer like this. And then we will go back into object mode, hit Q, hold shift and control, click sharpen again, and that'll fix that inset just like that. Okay, then what we wanna do is go ahead and mirror this along the Z axis. We'll go back into edge mode. We're gonna want to select this edge and go ahead and Control X to dissolve it. Hit 3, go into face mode, alt and click. Then you're going to want to right click under machine tools, add thread. If for some reason you don't have that, then what you'll want to do is come over to edit, preferences, and then in your add-ons, you'll want to go to machine tools and then come down and make sure that thread is turned on. Perfect. Once that's on, right click, machine tools, add thread, and then you want to adjust it to give it enough thread count. So we're going to click this quite a few times here to make this a thick thread. I've got my rendered view up here as well, so I can check and see how that looks. And for this particular instance, that looks great. I'm super happy with that. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and go back into object mode. I want to add a little bit of a ring to this. What I'm going to go ahead and do is hit Q, go to bevel. We're going to add a slight bevel to everything here. Not too strong, just very, very slight, like that. We'll go back into top view. If you have a numpad, you can press 7 on the numpad to go in the top view. Then we'll hit D, Bring up our circle cutter again. Make sure that this time it is in slice mode. Then hold control. We're gonna scale it up, bring it down to right here, and then just click to slice all the way through. Then what we can do at that point is we've got enough of a bevel there that shows the separation, but I'm not liking that, it's not strong enough. So I'm just gonna hit Q, bevel again, and then click on this piece, hit Q, and adjust that bevel just a little. Perfect, so now we have that good separation. We can texture it a little bit differently. Then we'll go back in the top-down view. I'm gonna take this side here, go to my box cutter. This time we're gonna go just a normal box, hold, let's scroll the mouse wheel so we can get a smaller grid. Let's be there, hold Alt, and I'm gonna just let go, hit G, Y, bring it down a little bit, just like this. Then we'll hit B to bevel it, because I want to bevel these edges in, scroll the mouse wheel up to give it some roundness. And then if you notice a little soggy, it's just because I've got a lot of cutters active. I also have the wrong shape selected, so that's not gonna work. Second, like that shape again, that's my bad. Box cutter here, and this shape again. BY to move it down, like this. Hit B for bevel, that curved bevel, and then drag it down this. Now, we have this. I'm gonna go back here. Got a nice clean cut there. Everything's looking good. Shading's not bad. We've got it on both sides. Then what we want to do is go ahead and hit Q, ever scroll. I want to select this cutter, then we'll hit Q again. We want to go to Mesh Tools, hold Control, do a radial array. That's going to radial array around to each face. Our instance, because I actually have my radial array set to go around. And right now we're looking at 8 objects. This is 7 objects, back to 8. That matches each side. We'll go ahead and click to apply that, like so. And then now I'll go ahead and switch this over to material view as well. We have it on our screen, and go ahead and hide this part. Perfect. We have this here. Then all that's left, there's a couple of things you can do. A lot of times I like to use Ducky 3D's real-time materials. So we'll come down to metals, and then for the outside, I'm going to do something with the bump material. So this bumped metal, add material, give it a second to add in. Boom. So we've got that. And then one thing you'll notice here, I've got a little bit of a shading problem around the side. So an easy way to fix that is if we come into X, just like this. And then what we'll do is I'm going to go back into box cutter here. This time I'm going to select knife, and I'm just going to drag a box across this until it's cut. And this particular time it did not cut all the way up, or didn't get close enough to the cut to fix that shading issue. So we're going to bring this loop up, and we'll take this one, alt click, double tap G, we'll slide this loop down to here. That's just going to give those some support, those edges. Then for the middle part here, come over here, just to give it a little bit of a difference, we're going to go add material, and we're going to do this oily metal. Give it a second to load in here. Boom, like that. And so you can see a little bit better, we'll add in a plane, G, D, fill this up. And just like that, you've got this awesome looking little nut there, made super quick, super easy. Like I said, guys, stay tuned. I'm going to start making some more tutorials again. I apologize for the hiatus, and remember to click that like button and subscribe so you can get more content. Thanks.